Hey, what's going on? Welcome aboard, guys. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Cinco de Mayo and happy XXX Tuesday. Right there, XXX, baby. All right, so yeah, not much planned really. Just wanted to kind of go over some of the crazy stuff that's been going on. I've been actually following a lot about the Raven coin fork, and I can't wait to see that. What's going to happen there. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping jump on board and I don't know, maybe solo mine and find a block or two, right? Yeah, anything's possible. But I mean, for the most part, one of the things I was gonna kind of go over. I ran into a problem with one of my rigs. Actually two of them. And I don't know if it was just a Windows thing or if I had some kind of malware kind of pull into the back door. My 1070 rig, I was, noticing hash rate drop, and I started watching. I did a quick little video. Let's see if I can find it here. And I was like, that's pretty interesting, because I had, man, where'd it go? I know I saved it in here somewhere. Well, it showed an afterburner. I posted in Discord too, because I was really kind of, you go to Task Manager, I'm watching GPU 0 would just, you could stop the miner, stop everything, and GPU 0 was showing activity, and like something, it would go up, go down, go up, go down. And I know some people are saying like, well, that part, Windows uses. But, I tried changing a riser card. I swapped cards around, and it would actually change if I removed a card from the system. And I was like, man, everything is working like it should. Just this randomly is picking up a card and saying, hey, here I am. Which yeah, it really had me kind of like pulling my hair out. But with like the Windows ISO that I use has almost everything disabled on it, and so I was like, well, it takes like 15 minutes to install it, and then just you go back in, install all your drivers, and I always just like move all my mining software and everything over to a USB stick or whatever, and then just reload it in there, and I got everything set up. Boom, going 100%. So there was something software-wise that got in there that was messing with the settings or something, or I know I've heard of some of the like malware that gets in and they're mining on your CPU or whatever, but that's the only thing I can really think of, because it was kind of like I'm looking at that going, something doesn't sit right here, man. That's oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let's see. That was last night. Yesterday was the 4th, right? Yeah, I don't know if this will work. Let me see. I think it was the MP4.
Oh, welcome aboard,
And,
guys. Here's my tape from here.
No, that ain't it. Alright, no. I don't know what happened to it. Everything's in... That was kind of screwy. That's just when I changed the card. I don't know what happened to it. I just... it was disturbing, but then I started having the same problem with my 5700 rig. It would shut down, just reboot, or it'd stop mining. So I kind of went in and looked at the same things, except I don't use Afterburner on that one, and it was showing one of the GPUs was just randomly, had a, probably 50%, 40% activity. So I was like, man, just I'm using onboard video, so why is it use my GPU? So I mean, just some diagnostic tips that I just picked up on it. Did the same thing, reinstalled Windows, reinstalled all my stuff, and it's back to running normal. And so, but on the other notes, I mean, I know Red Panda touched on the Ravencoin thing, but I know a lot of people are really going nuts about this. And like I commented on his about the hash rate, the network hash rate. I believe it's going to be higher than what he's predicting, and mostly because of all the hype. Everybody wants to jump on, especially. But on the other hand, I did see other comments about, well, Ethereum is, cranking away. What's up, Mad? Oh man, but so it's like I'm looking at it going, people are, Ethereum Classic are the most profitable right now on most cards, especially AMD cards. But like Ravencoin will be bigger on the. So far from what I've seen, all testing, the NVIDIA cards are going to be better on that algorithm. But I'm guessing as we move along, people are going to come up with some better, software. Maybe there's going to be some updates to, all the mining software to improve the hash rate of the AMD cards. I was just, before I started the video, I was downloading some of the miners onto my 5700 rig because I want to test that out again. Because when I first tested it, I could only get one card working. So I was like, man, I tried all kinds of different things, and and I know, like Mad here, he tried it too. He's got 5700s, and he had the same problem. Couldn't get more than one card to run. So. It's got to be something more in the mining software that just won't recognize all the cards. So far, I haven't seen. No, that's what I'm talking about, man. I could not get them running. So, can you hear me okay, by the way? I could be sitting here talking to myself, right? Oh, man. I just, yeah. Yeah, I seen you posted that in the Discord, but yeah, no, this Windows has got its own issues, man. But hey, it's the easiest one. I know the like Hive OS and all SMOS, everything. Put it on a USB stick, plug it in, boot from that, and just you go into their website and just register all your rigs. Yeah, okay. No, I'm not talking. Yeah. Oh, man. Every time I do this, I mess up. I have sound on something else, and you got an echo, or I have no sound, or it's like, sooner or later I'll get it all right. Perfect. But, I don't know, man. It's been, I'm just trying to think of, God, I seen another thing today, too, that was, I don't know. See, sucks getting old, man. I'm always forgetting shit. It's like, yeah, I definitely want to, I want to get my 5700s running on, this is a 1070 rig. I might even point this 1070 rig at it, because, I mean, I got it doing on, Ethereum Classic right now, so, and, running, what, 179, 178, it jumps up to a little over 180, but, I don't mess around with the OCs too much. I kind of keep it. The whole thing is the watts to hash ratio. But then I got like I got that one now, but the is it that? No. I had to, when I reinstalled it, rename the rigs too. So so I got 329, 327 going on this one. I moved this one over to Ethereum Classic, try to get a little more in that bag, seeing that was coming up a little more profitable right now. And I'm gonna try. I'd say, man, I was downloading the software right before the video. I was thinking of possibly, because I downloaded the Kapow miner and NB miner, and I was just, I ran out of time because I just reinstalled Windows on this one after work today. So, I just got it going just before the video, before I started, and at least now that's running. And I know that the fork's tomorrow at what, like 2 o'clock. When I get home from work tomorrow, I'm just gonna turn some rigs going towards that and see how it goes, man. I'll kind of record my findings and hopefully get it on there and find a block in a day or two. I mean, hell, block rewards what, 5,000? So I mean, 5,000 Raven coin, I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. Right. Like I said, man, I got to try this, but I wanna, now my other rig, it's a mix of 470s and 570s, and I might just leave that on F Classic for now, because I don't want to stop everything just to try this. But then again, if I get enough hash rate going on Kapow, then it might be good, But yeah. So that's why I was on two miners, and they had the link to the Kapow miner. So that's why I figured I'd download that and see what I can do with that. Actually, you gotta create your own batch file, whatever. That's no big deal there. It's not like a pre-made batch file where you just change your address and put what pool you want to mine. That one there, you just create your own batch file and go from there. So, and I was just getting ready. I'm like, man, I want to do this, and shit, it's almost 8. All right, whatever. So, I want to get it going. And I just trying to think. I mean, I got Aeon. I got my I got two 1060s on Aeon right now, and a 970. So I mean, that's coming along pretty good. I mean, for what I'm putting out for hash rate on that, it's only about 350. Somewhere around 350 on Aeon, but I'm just doing that because, well, I had some from back when it was a little more profitable, and I'll keep it going for a little while, man. I might stay, move it over to the staking pool or whatever, because they got the staking pool, and I'm just waiting to see what happens between now. What is Ethereum gonna do? You know what I mean? That's the next thing. What is Ethereum going to do? You hear ProgPow, you hear this, you hear the staking. What's etched in stone? Yeah, that's I don't know. I'm psyched if it does go to the staking, although I have nowhere near enough to stake. But if they become one of the hybrid where you can mine it and stake it, then I'm all over that. So. I mean, but we'll see. Time will tell, and I kind of want to get into some other stuff. Looking at staking, only because staking, how you open up a wallet and just leave it on unlocked for staking. Put a handful of coins in. Most of them are I mean, now, what was it? Crypto Michael said something about Redcoin, and he said, you know, that one. I was looking into it, and I mean, I could buy a lot of Redcoin. I mean, it's dirt cheap. But the staking rewards, I was looking at them, and unless you got a million or two of them, then what's the point? You know, you make $5 a year. I mean, the only one I've been staking really, I got some IOST that I locked up, and that was from friggin' a year ago. I just leave it there, and then my Divi is the only one I really keep an eye on, because Divi has been. I mean, I'm basically making like $4 to $5. Well, no, I should say probably about 5, 10, 15. $15 to $20 a month staking in tokens, depending on the price, of course. But their return is amazing. So I will plug away at Divi. They are absolutely an awesome. Let me see. Let's see if I can. Right there. I know. I think I did bring this one out before, but I mean, they're coming out with this new app. So I mean, it's kind of like another wallet app. Not too many people spending crypto other than to buy more crypto or to buy mining. But I mean, you got master nodes. Yeah, it costs you a small fortune to do a master node staking. That I love, because every time, I guess it's just like a block. It's a block reward. And I get 456 tokens, averaging 3 to 4 times a month. So and right now it's probably what 0.012, 0.013 cents, per token, and you only have to have 20,000, which I was fortunate enough to buy some when it was like maybe a half a cent, So it wasn't. And then they had the lottery, but I haven't won any of that, so. That'd be nice, man, because it's like 10,000 or 50,000, or it splits up. I forget, but the master nodes, I look at it more of I'll just keep staking until I have enough to start a master node, because you got to have 100,000 to do a copper master node, and that's it's pretty crazy, but they got I forget the tiers. There's copper, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. There's like 5 different levels, and they're like insane. I mean, you gotta have like $1 million to be a diamond master node. I was like, whoa. But and I had another thing I want to do, and it said it was supposed to be delivered today, and I don't think it got delivered. No, tomorrow. So I got the rest of my stuff for because I'm going to do a tear down and repaste and pad my 5700s to work on the thermals. Got some ideas that's going to probably help lower the memory temps quite a bit, or at least if I can drop them by 5-6 Celsius, I would feel a lot better. I mean, GPU temp, the junction temperatures are all great. Memory temp, right now I got a fan blowing cool air from outside into my mining office, and it's cold in there. And the memory temp right now is around about 86 to 88 degrees on a couple of the cards. A couple of them are a little cooler, and I gotta keep the fans at like 100%. So, I want to I want to do that and get them cards running cooler, and maybe I can turn up the memory a little more, and get a little more out of them, and that would be awesome. But everybody that's dealt with these or done any research on them knows them 5700 mechs have an issue with memory temp, which, I mean, they tell you that 90 degrees is safe. And I don't know, man. Out of all the GPUs I've used and run and watched, 90 degrees Celsius on electronics does not make me feel, all warm and fuzzy inside, man. It's like, so I just, I watched one video, I forget who it was. He said he went through the whole thing, he pasted and patted them, and he comes back and he goes, well, it didn't change at all. It's got to be faulty temp sensors on every single card. I mean, I don't know about that, but but I gotta try it for myself. I gotta do it. I get I want to compare. I'm gonna do a comparison because I have some Fuji Poly, and I want to just do that on one card because I don't have enough. That shit's expensive. I just want to do that on one card and then compare it to using, I got Arctic thermal pads and I got the MX4 paste, and I want to try and compare the Arctic pads to the Fuji Poly pads, see if it makes a difference, and all I got is the 0.5 millimeter Fuji, probably about a 60 millimeter, two 60 millimeter long strips and 50 millimeter long strips. I didn't get much, only because I was going to use it for CPUs on my 470s because they run hot, and I've done everything I can think of to get them to run cool, but rather than throw them in the freezer, but it's an adventure, always chasing problems, and I don't know, us miners got to have more patience than God to put up with this stuff, right? I mean, it's crazy how we're constantly tending to our mining rigs, or rebuilding something, or just tearing stuff apart and putting it back together. And I mean, like the diagnostics though, man, the diagnostics are not for the faint of heart, man, because I could imagine, I mean, like I remember I've seen people rage quit a video game, man, and smash controllers. I can't imagine somebody, rage quitting mining and smashing all their GPUs, right? I can't figure it out. You take a bat to it or something, man. Oh, it makes me cringe. But it's just I think about these things, man. And, people tell me I have patience of a god, and sometimes I got to agree. Sometimes I'm like, no, I just I just think about what I'm doing, and when it comes to that stuff. But I mean, right now it's just kind of crazy how I'm just still, I mean, 2 years, 2.5. Let's see, I first even touched crypto January 1st, 2018. Yeah, jumped in at the all-time high. But thankfully I didn't jump in head first and spend my life savings or anything. Oh, wait a minute, that's right, I didn't have any at the time. But I mean, we're seeing some good movement here. You've got the Bitcoin halving coming up. What was that? I mean, I'm surprised even this site doesn't have a timer on it. The let's see. Let's see, countdown. I know there's all different ones. I mean, they got one on CoinMarketCap now. Even though I've been veering away from using this. So we got 5 days, 10 hours, and 38 minutes. But you know, I mean, and like you know, it's all a matter of block time varies. I mean, that's not an exact time, but that's pretty cool how we're so close to it. You know, another thing, and I see, you know, I got a feeling there's a lot of people FOMOing in, and then, you know, they're gonna see it's not gonna go crazy right away, and then they'll end up getting wrecked somehow. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy, man. There's the one I wanted. You know, now this one, let's see, 6 days. See, now, yeah, that's quite a difference. This one says, you know, we got almost 5 days, 10 hours, 6 days, 1 hour. Well, you know, I mean, I think there were a couple other ones that I think Savage Mind pulled them up, and there was a huge difference. I mean, like, literally, I think, what, 3 to 5 days difference, or something crazy like that. I was like, oh, whoa. I mean, I'm sure they're using, I don't know, maybe some kind of algorithm to kind of track block time to, you know, what block we're on. I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to, you know, for someone that has, I mean, even basic knowledge of how to, you know, code something like that. And be able to access, you know, the APIs to the actual blockchain itself to always see each block. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm still amazed by the technology that's out there with this stuff, and we're only scratching the surface. And I mean, we're still in the beginning phases. I mean, Bitcoin is, you know, the gold. You know, it's a store of value. You know, and then yeah, I've spent Bitcoin, but what did I spend that on? To buy more mining equipment. You know, same with I've used Ethereum to buy, you know, mining equipment. I've used Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash. I've used them all basically. Litecoin. Yeah, I think no, I never spent any. I don't have much Litecoin, but I never spent it. Only because, you know, I originally, first thing I ever bought in crypto was Litecoin, and, you know, at the all-time high, which, I mean, was, oh god, let's see, where is the, January 1st. January 1st, 2018, it was at $226.75. Now it's at $46. So, you know, but I bought $100 worth then, you know, so. But then I started playing around with stuff, learning more about it. I got burned a couple times with some stupid shit, but, you know, whatever. You learn from your mistakes. You just, and I don't walk away, you know, unless it's like just a total scam or total BS, because this is here to stay. This ain't going anywhere. I mean, aside from some complete government, and even I don't know how the government would even be able to shut all this down, you know, or I mean, it would have to be one full unitized government around the world to say, okay, we're done, you guys, you know. And that ain't gonna happen. So I don't know, but I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy the mining. I enjoy the community. I enjoy, you know, like having that addiction. You know, it's a good addiction, I guess you could say, though, as long as you can, you know, keep your head in the game and try to keep track of things. I know most of us have a life outside of it, and I mean, I got to work every day. You know, it's got family, got life. Outside of this. So, but yeah, I'm learning how to do all this and try to, incorporate it into my life a little bit at a time, more than try to get one way or the other. And especially like now, hey, it's coming up on walleye season started. I haven't even touched my boat yet. The weather sucks. So I mean, I had this weekend was nice, and now it's back to friggin', I think it's like 28 degrees out now. So I wouldn't even think of next thing you know, things freezing up and breaking and whatever. But I don't know. The Mother's Day is they're talking about snow. I just want to kind of kill somebody, man. It's like, oh my God, why? My son, 20 years ago when my son was born, I was fishing in the beginning of April. You know what I mean? It was like, I think it was the last time I ever got out that early. Get the boat out on the lake, and but my initial dream was, once I started learning a little bit more about crypto, and I go, wow, man, maybe I can get into this, learn how to do it, and I'll have enough money to buy a new boat. And then I'm like, you know what? Now I started learning more and more about it. I'm like, well, it'd be nice, but 20 years from now, I might be dead and gone, but my kid is gonna have a fat wallet, man. All right, that's the way I look at it. I'm gonna pass it on. I already kind of gave him a rundown on how to recover, the recovery seeds and the wallets and what's what, and that's key, man. Somebody, you can't keep this stuff a complete 110% secret, because what's going to happen? Nobody's going to ever be able to recover your stuff. So you always got to have at least one person in your life that's going to be able to go, all right, he's gone. Let me see what I can do with this, or let me just check on it and see what it is. Because who knows, man, 20 years from now, my kid could open up one of the wallets and go, oh shit, man, I'm a millionaire. So, I mean, I do believe Bitcoin is going to probably, at one point, I mean, come on, 20,000 all-time high is nothing compared to where I think it's going to end up in 20 years. Maybe it could be 30 years from now, it could be 5 years from now, but it's only going to become more valuable, because it's going to become more scarce, because how much of it is already locked up from people not having their keys or losing their keys, or no backup, nothing, man. And then the scammers that are, listen, I know there's only 5 of you watching, but pass it on, whatever. Never, ever, ever give anybody your private keys or passwords or anything. Somebody asks you to trade crypto. Oh, well, hey, man, I'm kind of short, or I'll give you some ads for some Bitcoin. Just send this to me. I'll send it. No, don't tell them to go, pound sand, whatever. Just don't do it, because I feel bad, man, because one of the guys in Red Panda's Discord got scammed for a nice chunk of Ethereum. So, I just can't stress it enough, and it's sickening, man. I mean, I've been on the internet. I'm 51 years old. I've been on the internet since probably before America Online. There was a program called Promenade or something like that. I mean, we're talking years ago, and I have been on it ever since. So, lessons to pass on to as many people as you can. Don't click links in your emails. If it's from a bank that you actually bank with, so still don't click on it. Go to the bank website. Don't click on the link. You know what I mean? They do that with Bitcoin. They do that. I had a guy email me something about like, oh, I hacked into your computer, blah, blah, blah. I have this information, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who do you think you're dealing with, man? You know, well, send me, you know, $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, or I'm going to release all your information and this and that. I'm like, go fly a kite, man. You know, you don't have jack. All right, man. I got control. I don't panic. I don't freak out. These people that think they're gonna pull your strings, it ain't gonna happen. You know, every once in a while, yeah, you're trying to download a certain thing and there'll be a virus attached to it, or there'll be malware attached to it. It's gonna happen, man. Unless you got, I don't care what you got for, you know, antivirus software, whatever. There's always something gonna find a way in. You know, and you know, the best I can tell you is back up, back up, back up. You know, always back up. Back up your wallets, back up your keys, back up everything. You know, just because you can lose a lot quick. So, and that, you know, I know I've just been babbling on tonight, but you know, appreciate if you guys smash the like button, pass it around. I'm gonna get on probably after this and play around with the Kapow miner or the NB miner. I want to see if I can get my 5700 rig to work on this. So, and if it does work, you know, I'll record this and upload it in another video. I'd love to do everything all in one night in one video, but then it wouldn't keep you coming back, right? But I got some plans for a bunch of different videos. Just, it's the time and my material's taking forever to get here. So, you know, all I gotta say is, man, you know, I just wish everybody peace and happiness, and take care of yourself and stay well, stay safe. You know, like, subscribe, smash that like button. You know, comment afterwards when the video is processed through YouTube. You know, I mean, I got affiliate links to, you know, mining hardware down in the bottom in the description. You know, anybody wants to donate, man, I got, you know, donation addresses if you want to throw a couple sats my way, whatever. Put a note so I can address whoever. You know, I appreciate it. And you know, most of this stuff is just to support the channel, support projects I'm going to get into, possibly do giveaways if I ever really get to the point where it's feasible. And you know, I'll see y'all guys on the other side, man. You know, we'll get to the next video real soon, man. All right, take it easy, guys. God bless, and peace out.